Hey, MTG's not running, so that's already an upgrade.
Yeah.
All right.
The only thing that MTG would have done if she was the nominee would shift it from like lean D to safe D.
Yeah, I agree.
And probably would have cost us the governor race.
Oh yeah, that was a concern. It would have killed us down ballot. I mean, guys, all these people are saying, "Oh, we need MTG for Senate." Did she underperform Trump in by 15 points or whatever?
Yes.
So
yeah, I think Trump won that district by like 45 or so. I think she won it by 30, 35.
So okay, you're telling me that's like the most MAGA part of the state, right? Correct?
Yeah.
And you're underperforming Trump there. What do you think's gonna happen in Atlanta? I don't even want to see what happens in like Cherokee County or whatever. That would be a disaster.
Cherokee and Forsyth could arguably be within like 10.
Yeah, so it's like I don't want to see that happening. If Rich Bears may run against Tillis, fuck that. Listen, I don't know what some of those people are smoking lately with the Pope stuff, but Jack Passabic blocked me, by the way. Speaking of those people, I got it blocked.
Yeah, this guy did like a 180 on the Pope when he found out.
I'm sick of these people. I am so damn. I have to make a documentary on these people. Like, what do you call them? It's like the grifter right or something.
Yeah, the grifting right.
That's what they are.
Remember Pasovic? How he spent like the entirety of 2022 trying to tank us in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
No, he was like, "Don't vote for us." He meant Michelle Obama, and she was on his show. Like, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, obviously that got hidden.
But now Jack Passabic, anyone can look this up. I don't think he deleted it yet, but remember the first day that Pope Leo was elected, he said Pope Leo is a far-left radical. He's going to destroy the Catholic Church. He's going to allow abortion. Cernovich and Barris, all of them. And 5 minutes later, they found out that his brothers were pro-Trump. And that makes him automatically a good pope? Really?
I mean, these people are fucking idiots for trying to fit, like, I don't know. It leaves a particularly bad taste in my mouth when you are trying to qualify the Bishop of Rome, you know, the most powerful bishop in the fucking world. Like, the most important religious figure in the world. It leaves a very bad taste in my mouth when you're trying to qualify whether or not he's going to be good or bad hours after the beginning of his pontificate, purely based on whether or not he would have voted for Trump. Like, that is just... That is so world.
Right after Francis died, they were calling on the conclave to elect a pro-Trump pope.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people are so worldly minded. They are. Not, I don't want to say they're not going to enter the kingdom of heaven, but it's not looking good for them right now.
You know, and I'm going to say one thing. It's these people. I'm getting sick of them. Like, as someone that's actually Catholic, you know, trying to like adhere to the faith, I'm sick of these people. Every damn time something happens, they always come out of the woodwork. But suddenly, oh no, we love the Pope now. He's actually based.
Yeah, pro-Trump Pope, as in he basically takes the word of like Trump rather than the word of God.
It's insane. And like, I can't like listen. You cannot seriously compare the politics of America to be the Pope. You just can't. How can anyone make that comparison? It's completely
because the people are terminally online in politics brain.
So Redline posted the screenshot of the true statement without actually making a prediction.
No.
Which means there's not going to be a statement.
Well, okay. For those that don't know, this is the inside joke. Anytime Redline posts something, it's always nothing.
Anytime Real Texan posts something.
No, it's Redline. Excuse me.
Well, sometimes it's me as well. I posted about the ceasefire, and then I started driving to Oklahoma City, and then I think I went and got gas, and then I heard, oh yeah, Pakistan launched missiles at India. So
let's see. Inari for 5. Trump's announcement: newest brand of Trump sneakers, complete with Trump's hair. Oh gosh, we are waiting. We are currently waiting for anything.
You know, we could just do another emergency stream when the truth comes in.
No, I'm not going to do a stream for that.
Do it.
I'm getting worse.
Eric, I know, because that's the best thing possible. You know, dude, we went from losing to winning. It was like we were all losing, and then we just switched over to winning. It was the weirdest shift ever. You know, we were winning everything now. And
So,
Trump's approval is rebounding. This is what we promised. If you trusted the plan, you knew what this would have
I would be
happened.
vindicated in a couple weeks, I think. I would take a huge victory
Many
lap.
of you did not trust the plan. You were panicans. You were all panicans, you know? And this is what happens when you don't trust the plan and you are a panican. Then when something actually does happen, you freak out.
That's real. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, let me pull this up. Yeah, so excuse me, I'm still a bit sick. So the trade deal today, it's kind of like a stage 1 thing where it's like they reduced tariffs on both sides by 115%. Wow. And I believe that China said they're going to stop the fentanyl, which I don't know how they're going to enforce that, but it does sound like at the bare minimum, this is kind of the stage 1 of the trade deal. So,
And it's exactly what I wanted too, because they're not decoupling. China and the US are still going to do trade, which here's the thing, that's not a problem. If China and the US have fair trade, that's good, because you're increasing investment in both countries. What Trump wants to do is basically, if the Chinese can invest here, we should be able to invest in China, and that's what this deal is going to be doing.
And the biggest thing is, like, we don't want to be reliant on China. That's the other big thing. It's like, we should not be reliant on China for a medicine. That's insane, which the medicine...
We should have a deal where they can invest here, we can invest there, but it's symbiotic relationship, you know? It can't be one-sided.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we've had weak leadership in America for too long who've just, like, kind of let China do what it wants. This isn't China's fault. China's just looking out for its interest, which is what any good country would do.
It's
this idea that... Yeah. So...
I don't know what's going to happen, but we're not talking directly with Hamas. I mean, we got a hostage deal done, right? Yeah.
Completely separate from Israel.
We told Israel fuck themselves. I mean, they're supposed to deal with that. Remember that? Israel's going to deal with the hostages. How's that going? They've done nothing. So Trump said, screw you guys. We have Americans that are still hostages. We're going to save them. So Trump announced earlier that they released a final hostage, Edit Alexander. And they talked directly with Hamas. I mean, this is what I think really happened. They found the Mike Wald stuff's a lot worse than they reported. I mean, Israel's trying to start shit everywhere. Like, that's not conspiracy. I mean, look what they're saying about Iran. But point is, and then people realizing, oh, wait a minute, these guys are not helping us. And like you said, they're like entitled. Like they think we have to support them. Like we have to.
Well, right. We have to support them, and not only do we have like basically next to no influence over what they choose to do next, but we just need to sit in the corner and let them do whatever. Oh, that's the way that Israel's been behaving. And the thing is that the reason this is going to get bad for Israel, if it continues, is I believe Trump also announced that he's going to be going to talk with Turkey about Syrian sanctions. And the thing about that many people probably aren't aware is that Israel and Turkey are kind of staring daggers at each other right now over national security in Syria. And so they're kind of having a standoffish approach to each other in the region, and their goals are misaligned. And Trump's going to Turkey first, and that is another signal to me that we are kind of decoupling from Israel in terms of foreign policy, at least right now as it stands.
Dude, it's crazy. You know, the Dems do a good thing for... I mean, they make the right decision for once, but for the wrong reasons. They're going to replace them with, like, a bisexual Native American or some shit.
That's going to make it even worse.
I know, because of their stupid diversity quotas, dude.
So, wait, I'm reading more to this. So, apparently, it's because...
About the midterms, this is our opposition, bro. We're winning. We're sweeping. I don't care what people say. I don't care that Kemp's not running. We're winning this shit.
I can't get over the fact that they're getting rid of Hogg because there's not enough diversity.
Because he's a white male.
And they wonder why they're losing votes. And they wonder why. Captain Potato for Chew. Paralyn is unlocked for the next vice chair. Oh, gosh. You know, it's one of those things where... I don't know. I don't get what they're doing. So, like, I guess they have a requirement for gender balance? What? So, if David Hogg said he was, like, like what's the word for like asexual, whatever? Could he just say that he's that and then it's fine?
It could just become non-binary.
Non-binary, yeah, that's what it is. Could he just say that? What the hell is
the Dems are
this?
so, I don't care what people say. We are winning the midterms. Fucking Echelon Insights the other day had Trump's approval going down to -7, and yet Republicans are still up on the generic ballot. I'm sorry. We're winning. Look, Trump might not be very popular right now.
Wow, that's starting to reverse a little bit, but
And that's reversing, but even if he is unpopular, people hate the Democrats 30 times more.
yeah,
They're not
I would
normal.
argue that for a
They're
while.
These are not normal people. These are weird people, and they need to go. I'm driving. That's why I'm schizophrenic.
Some real sad news. Let me pull this up. It's a very sad day in the world. Hold up. David Hogg. Where is it? Where is it? I'm gonna find the tweet. Alright, American Nerd for 5. Breaking Trump signs economic partnership between U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Are you tired of winning yet? Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But first, we're going to talk about this because it is absolutely hilarious what happened. So yeah, right here. It's actually sad. Very sad day. There we go. So David Hogg, for those that don't know, is kind of a meme. He's the guy that said, oh, I'm the most radical guy in American politics, yet I'm in charge of the DNC. But yeah, it's both Kenyatta and Hogg, which is even funnier. But yeah, the DNC panel, the guys that run the Democrat Party, well, they are removing David Hogg. They're saying he was not properly elected this year, and they're going to nullify his victory. Same thing with Malcolm Kenyatta. The challenge comes behind because of one of the election participants claimed his victory violated, quote-unquote, diversity rules. Excuse me. What? What do you mean diversity rules? So you're telling me that you have there's three vice chairs, right? You had David Hogg, you had Malcolm Kenyatta, who's a gay black guy, and wasn't there like a Mexican lady or something that you have to get rid of Hogg? What do you mean? What? I gotta pull this up. Like, is there an NBC article or something? David Hogg. Can't make this up. You can't. I mean, it just gets crazier by the day. You can't get rid of Dave. You can't get. Oh my gosh. I just can't get over this. Yeah, it's actually real. DNC panel recommends redo a vote that elevated David Hogg to vice chair after quote-unquote procedural concerns. What a pile of crap. Democrat National Convention, or Subcommittee, on Monday, recommended that the organization invalidate one of its February vice chair votes. The move, which won't be official until the entire DNC votes approve it, could open up a new race for the positions held by David Hogg and Malcolm Kenyatta. I want both sides.
Well, no, it's not just with that, too. It's that Scott Walker's name is just tarnished in the state. And Act 10, too. Nobody likes Act 10 anymore. It's a dead issue. Everyone was saying in the Supreme Court race, oh, we should be running on Act 10. Run on Act 10. Then they started running on Act 10 later in the race, and that's when he tanked. Because people don't like the Scott Walker era anymore. A huge chunk of the Trump base never voted for Scott Walker. That's something that people don't realize.
Yeah,
they probably think they probably think he's a rhino now for some reason.
People just don't like him. It's a dead era. You need a new era of politics, you know? That was another thing, too. Every single Schimmel event I went to was just, this election's about protecting Scott Walker's legacy. Like 55 to 60% of Wisconsinites want to move on from Scott Walker. No one cares about his legacy.
A third of the
Dude, he's like the Reagan of Wisconsin. We're supposed to all idolize this guy. Like he's...
Can I...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like a third of Wisconsin doesn't even know who Scott Walker is, probably. Or those that vote.
No, that's not true. No, everyone knows who he is. But most
some
people don't like him.
Walker
Most people don't like. Everyone knows who he is. Rap. I'm sorry.
Not really.
It's kind
Yes,
of like
really.
No, not really.
Yes,
You can
really.
do a poll,
Rap.
and you're gonna find like a third of voters don't even know who Scott Walker is.
No, that's not true.
No,
Rap.
you think I'm kidding? Go ahead.
Dude, as someone who's been door knocking, campaigning for like over a year now, and like getting to know the people, everyone knows who Scott Walker is. outside of like very low information voters who probably wouldn't be voting anyway.
And those are the Trump voters. So
Trump voters know who Scott Walker is. I'm
okay,
sorry.
well, I'm just saying, if you do a poll, you're gonna see a bunch of people who don't know who he is. I'm just saying.
You're wrong about this.
I'm
That's all
not.
I'm saying. You are.
No, I'm not. Okay,
People know who Scott Walker is.
Then somebody should do a poll on it. Somebody should poll with Scott's
Yeah,
voters. See how
someone
many
do a
people
poll on it. He'll have like
he said America needs the actual Republican Party back. It's a picture of Reagan, Bush Sr., McCain, and Romney. Question, Real Texan. When was the last time any of these Republicans won an election?
2004.
Yeah.
Nationwide, at least.
Nationwide, yeah. And before that, the 80s.
Well, 2000.
2000, they barely won.
1988.
Well, go back to, guys, go look up Bush's campaign in 2000. He did not run as, like, this type of Republican. He didn't. Go look that one up. But
He won by 5. He only won by 500 votes.
and he won. Well, I still argue that if they did a full recount, they didn't fuck around with the calling it early, he would have won by more. But that's just my opinion. That's my take. But SoCal Loom for 2. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. But like seriously, let's talk about each one. Reagan's coalition's literally dead. I mean, it's been what, 40 years, right? 40 years. It's been 40 years since Reagan won in '84. How many of those people are even alive that voted for Reagan? Just honestly.
A lot of them are probably in their 80s or, like, more.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's like a lot of them are dead. They're all dead.
Mhm.
And or a bunch of them are just Democrats now. So
Or they're just, like, or they're alive, but they're just too old to get out and vote.
yeah. So that coalition's literally dead. Bush Sr. won in the back of Reagan. McCain got crushed. Romney got killed. So this is the party you want to go back to? Technically the last...
Because we'll win Virginia and Colorado.
You're gonna get killed in Virginia now. You do 5 points better in Nova, and you do like 20 points worse than the rest of the state. Good job. For the Commonwealth. Same with the Colorado.
Oh, but at least we
Any of them won.
I'd like to say too, Ronald Reagan, and this is going to be a hot take, but the two presidents who messed up America the most in the 20th century were Lyndon Baines Johnson and Ronald Reagan. And I think many on the right need to wake up and realize that. Look at the amnesty that Ronald Reagan gave. And it's funny too, you know what else he did? Ronald Reagan redefined the right of the Republican Party to be like...
I would go...
No,
that was more so
what he did.
Bush that did that.
No, because what he did with the right is he basically made it like the Ayn Rand movement. That's what Reagan did. Reagan made the right of the party the Ayn Rand movement. The GOP before Reagan, the so-called liberal Republicans, Eisenhower and Nixon, did way more on immigration than Reagan ever did. And those were the liberal Republicans, you know?
Well, I would argue that the image was more so pushed by Bush.
I mean, I don't think arresting him's a good idea, because...
Fuck you. Fuck that. Excuse me.
As stupid as that is, I do believe in free speech, and I think that, oh no, I'm a big advocate for free speech, so I don't think he should be arrested, but I think that this should be condemned. Like, all these people on the left should condemn this kind of rhetoric.
They won't.
And I think this is one of the responsibilities with free speech, because once you start saying, oh, we can't allow this anymore because some people might act on it, that's a slippery slope, you know, and I don't want to change that.
The difference is Trump got shot at just last year. And it's trying to kill multiple times.
Free speech still exists in this country, Rob. I don't want to become England. I don't want to become England where we start by just being like, oh, this person got shot.
There's a difference. The United States has a Constitution, First Amendment, with Bill of Rights. So, that's
but
a stupid
still,
comparison.
It's a slippery slope. If you take away any restrictions on speech, it's whatever. We can say so many things were a call for violence. The Dems claimed for years that the Trump speech was call for violence. All this stuff is subjective. I think it's a horrible idea to start like suggesting, oh, if you're calling for violence, that's jailable offense. I disagree with that. I think that We should fully back free speech because one day we might be on the opposing end of that, and then we'll end up having.
This is Luke. Every time we do this, just be in the other shoes. Just imagine if Democrats were in the shoes. That's stupid.
Well, no, I'm just saying that the First Amendment and freedom of speech is what this country was built on, and I don't want to throw it away because some Democrats.
This is James Comey. This is a former FBI director that should know better, who is a complete hack. Say this.
Look, is he gonna show up at Trump's house with a gun? No.
If you throw Comey in jail, it gives justification for the Dems to throw their opps in jail when they gain back power.
Exactly, and that's the issue.
Yeah, how are the January 6th protesters that are thrown in solitary confinement for 3 years? How about them?
Yeah, it just because they did that to them doesn't mean we put back to them.
Luke,
I'm sorry.
Look, they broke the slippery slope years ago. They were the ones that put this Pandora's box.
Well, still, what you do is reform the law to make sure that doesn't happen again. You don't just do what they do. Because you know what happens? You know what happens, Rev? When they go fucking hard like that, or when we go fucking hard, they come back at us 10 times worse. And that's the fucking issue.
You're insane by the day.
It doesn't fucking matter. You don't do this, okay? I don't want this country to become some fucking... Every new administration's a fucking dictator who just locks some political off. That's a horrible...
How is this law? He's literally inciting violence.
It's fucking sipped up, okay? Because this is the slippery slope we're going down. This is how countries fall, okay? And I do not want to see that happen in the United States.
Luke, he's literally inciting violence on the president of the United States.
You are oh my fucking god.
Okay, Luke, how does he not in 86 days? He's a former FBI director.
Look, if he was giving a bounty or some shit, it'd be different, but
No, it's not.
it's a horrible precedent. It is a horrible precedent in sense. Now, some of us only say they're for free speech when it's our side, but I genuinely believe in free speech, and I'm not gonna sit here on a live stream and advocate for locking up political.
I'm not saying locking up for opinions.
As stupid as the shit they set up, it's again, any semblance of a security clearance he still has needs to be completely blacklisted from the government. That I'm all for. But
what I'm saying is, like, if it's one thing if he said, we gotta remove President Trump impeachment, that's one thing. That's not what he meant.
Pope Leo declares that family is based upon the union between a man and a woman, and the unborn have dignity.
W.
Yes, the left is gonna hate
Oh my
Pope
gosh,
Leo.
you're gonna realize, oh wait, this it's not as clear as this. I love Pope Leo. We are Pope Leo enjoyers on the stream.
And then Pope Leo will probably say that we should still be respectful towards gay people, and then he'll be called woke.
No, here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna say, like, I don't know what he'll say, but it's not gonna be like Francis where he fucks up the wording of it. It makes people misunderstand what he said. But yeah, Pope Leo is great. Pope Leo has been fantastic. I mean, he's wearing the drip is amazing. It's back. He keeps changing crosses, though. I find it weird. It's like every day it's a new cross. So it's strange. But I think one was actually like the original Pope Leo cross. I don't know. It's weird, but rally more for 5.
And he speaks English.
Yeah, that's a big benefit. He can actually speak English, so we can understand what he's saying. Not like, oh,
the 3 previous popes all spoke English too, but barely.
oh, Francis even know how to speak English.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, I think he spoke English once in like a congressional address.
Yeah, he spoke English and he could barely understand it. Very sad stuff. Buying a home in 1985 versus 2022. Baby boomers, the median household income was $23,000. It cost $83,000 to buy a house. Now millennials have to spend $468,000 on income of $75,000. Boomers, everybody. Just thought I would post. Let's just show everybody this, because, yeah, this is the state of the world right now. Yikes. The DNC probably runs that Trump. What?
I'm not giving my money to a bunch of kids.
Yeah, we worked hard for these houses. They only cost like $10, and that was like freaking $5 million or whatever. The DNC probably runs a Trump egg account. Yeah, they probably do. I wouldn't be shocked that
I think I don't know if they actually do, but I think it is some like AOC for president type person.